Hi friends, so in the earlier lecture you have started your Linux file system journey with cd, ls and pwd command. So in this lecture we will learn about file permission and will understand this. Okay, so let's move over to our Ubuntu VM and let's understand. So for illustrating this, let me go back to my home folder. And okay, so we have everything in here for illustration. Let me open my terminal. I will type ls option L A. Okay. So it will give the long listing. So if I will do this, so in here in the first row and in the first column, it is showing this thing. So the first letter represent what the type of this thing. So whether it is a directory or it is a link or it is a file. So if it is a blank, then it is a file. If it is L, then it is a link. And if it is D, then it is a directory. Okay. Then the first three are for the permission for a user, the particular user that's currently it is using. The next three is for the group that he can be there. Okay. And the last three is for all other except those the user concerned with. Okay. So let me move over to my PPT and let's understand this. So I'm here, okay? So we were seeing this string representation here. So these three, it means so in by default we have string representation in the terminal, okay? So if it is RWX, then it means it has read plus write plus execute permissions, okay? So if something is so in the terminal it was like this, okay? So first three was for owner or the particular user that it is resides in. The second is one was for group and the third one was for others, okay? So the owner has read plus write plus execute permission, and we can also write this by one binary representation 1 1 and 1 means 7. In octal representation it will be 1, it will be 7, sorry, okay? The group will have R, W and hyphen means it does not have any execute permissions. So in octal it will have 6 permission, okay, in octal. And other doesn't have writes, then it will be 1 0 1 in the binary, and then it will be 1 plus 4, that is 5. Okay, I am hoping you have cleared with the octal and string representation presentation. Okay, now let's move ahead. So we were having a symbolic representation, then we had binary representation, then we had a decimal representation. So if the user has RWX, then you can represent as 111, or in decimal you can represent as 7. So there are commonly used permissions like this one. If the symbolic representation are hyphen RW, then hyphen RW, then hyphen RWW, then it means that is 6 means 2 plus 4, 2 plus 4. Then the owner the owner has RW. So the first one is blank, that it is a file. Then the next three is RW hyphen means 1 2 4. The one is blank, so we will calculate as 2 and 4, so it is 6, sorry. Then the next three is RW and hyphen means again 6. And then in the next one we have for all other except users and groups, we have R option. So we have nothing for write, nothing for execute. We have only option for read to our other users. So in octal it will be 6. So there is nothing at one's place, then at two's place there is one, and then four's place is one. So 4 plus 2 6, then 6, and that's 4. So 664, if we will represent in octal as 664, that it will have meaning like always a group of people to modify the file and lets other read it. Okay, so if we have understood this, let's take an example to understand this. So if so chmod is a command for representing the changing of the permission of any file or folder or particular file. So we use chmod command, and for using chmod command you should have an admin privilege. Okay, so if I will write in symbolic representation, how will I change permission to a file like demo.txt? So if I will write chmod u plus x, means user should have executable permission and group should, so we are adding user to executable permission and group to writable permission of which of demo.txt file. And also what will have the permission in octal permissions? So chmod 644 means the user will have a permission to read and write. Okay, why? Because 6 will have read and write. Okay, so user will have read and write permission. Then the groups will have only permission to write, because X is blank and R is blank and W is filled up. So for, sorry, read is filled up and W and X is blank. So groups will have permission to only read and others will also have permission to read. So 644 demo.txt, if you will run this, then this command will do, the owner will have permissions to read and write, then the other and groups will have permission to only read. Okay, now let's move over to our Ubuntu VM and let's see in practice. So I will enter my password. I am here. Now let me clear the terminal by either I can type clear or press Ctrl plus Alt key. What I will do, so I'm here. So first I will check the groups. What's group I have? So I have all these users. So I am at in my DevOps group. So I will type groups DevOps. That will find out the DevOps user is in which group. So the DevOps user is in these groups. Okay. So let me take any file. For example, let me take this .bash history. Okay, let's take this bash aliases profile. Okay, and so currently what it permission it has? So it has read write to owner, the DevOps owner, then read write permission to the group DevOps, and then only read permission to the all other user. Okay, now I want to assign a write permission to all other user. So in the symbolic, what I will do, I will type chmod. Okay, chmod, and what I will write, I will write other O plus W. Why? Because I want to give permission for other plus execute. Okay, let's not try this on a main file. Let's create a file. I will navigate to my home folder. I will go to a text editor. Where is my text editor? I will write anything to it. Hello, this is created by DevOps user. I will hit save. I'm at my, so I will give it a name permissions dot txt. I will hit save. I'm just creating it for demo purpose. I am back at my terminal. I will type ls option la. So I have permission .txt, and what it has currently, so the group, so the owner has read write, the groups has read write, and the other is having only read permission. So if I want to assign write permission to others, so what I will do, I will write chmod other plus w and then permissions dot txt. So when I did that, so it was my file. So it was my file and I was owner of it. So I was able to change the permission. So but if it was any system file, you might have asked for some admin credential. Okay, so keep in mind. So if I will list ls option la, okay, let's only type ls option l. Now the permission.txt is having rw permissions also. Earlier it didn't have. Sorry. So earlier it didn't have, right? Now how I can remove the permission and keep it back to the blank one, means the other should have only permission to write in octal format. So what I will do, I will type chmod. Okay. Now let me open the text editor one more time. Okay, so text editor, so what it is already having, so it is having blank to the type because it is file. Then it is having read and write to owner. Okay, then it is having read and write to group, and then it is having read write to other. But what we want to do, we want to change it to this, then read write and nothing to the owner, read write nothing to the group, but we want only read permission to the others. So what it is having, it is having dash, then this is 6, then this is 6, and this is 4. Okay, now I will navigate back to my terminal. If I will type 644 permission, so we have understood tab completion. If I will type tab, it already detected a permission.txt, so we don't need to type this. If I will hit enter, and if I will type ls option l, so you might have seen the thing was revoked already. Okay, so we have typed 644. So what it did, it given the permission for read write to owner, but it removed the permission from write permission from the groups because we have typed 4. So oh sorry, so it was 664, but here I typed 644. Okay, yeah, so what it did, so it did remove the write permission from the groups also. Okay, so let's add the w permissions also. So this time I will use symbolic representation. So I will again revert back to group plus w and then permissions and hit tab. Now I will type, sorry, now it is like beginning. Okay, so I'm hoping you have understood the file permissions in better and in detail. So it was very interesting. Now in the next lecture we will learn more about file extension in Linux. Okay, so till then, take care.